I gave him a wardrobe notice.
Yes. Still blue, though. It's everything. Blue's my favorite color, so
That's true.
everything is blue.
Anyway, we were tagged this morning by Tracy over Trials of a Long Hair Girl. Tracy comes up with these tags every Tuesday. Jimmy looks forward to them every week now.
I do.
We've created a monster here. Fix this. So I am going to tag Robbie over at Frekifitwolf because I always tag him no matter what. And Sue Slims Down. And Jimmy wanted to tag somebody.
Yes, Kim from A Girl and Her Phone.
Yes. But he said you could keep your lizard.
Yeah.
But
No,
anyway.
she can put the lizard. If the lizard's always there, you got to keep the lizard there.
Yeah, and Kim, I can't remember. My mind has gone blank. I can picture her. I know it's not Pearl because that's Gina Pearson's little book that Pearl is her car, I think. Pearl, she names her stuff. Flask?
Flash?
No.
Fletch?
No, it's not Flash. I thought it started with, well, it'll come to me. If I remember it, I'll put it across here. But I know it because she always talks about her. And it's like a quick, oh well. Anyway, so we were tagged. And so we're going to start off with the first five are Would You Rather. Would you rather go vegetarian forever and only eat meat that you hunt or raise yourself?
Go vegetarian forever. Oh. I mean, I would be eating a lot, but I'd rather eat the meat that I hunt myself. I like meat. I'm a meat guy.
See, I wouldn't have a problem raising it as long as I could bring it to someone else to slaughter.
Oh, I have no
Like I'd have chickens.
Yeah.
I'd have chickens, and maybe I'd have a pig and a cow, because then I could have my meat. But Jim does a lot of hunting, and I don't eat any of the stuff he hunts.
It's good.
And I do love vegetables, but I gotta have some meat. I just can't go without
Looks
meat.
like you're going to be out hunting.
No, it says or raise yourself. I could have some chickens in the backyard. We have an ordinance that we can have chickens in our backyard.
For real?
For real, we can have chickens in our backyard. Denise was gonna have chickens, but Gary told her no. So we could have chickens. I don't know so much about a cow,
I don't think they'd
Or a
let you have a
pig.
cow or a pig here.
but I mean we could have chickens. Number 2, give up ice cream during the summer or hot chocolate during the winter.
Hot chocolate during the winter, because I don't really drink hot chocolate during the winter.
I
Maybe
like-
once or twice.
I
but
like hot chocolate. I drink it all year round, but I would rather give up hot chocolate during the winter because I could always have hot tea,
And I love ice cream.
and I love ice cream too.
Love ice cream.
Yeah, I love ice cream. Number 3, eat chocolate that tastes like chicken or chicken that tastes like chocolate.
Oh, neither.
Well, you have to pick one of the two.
Oh, that is just disgusting. I would rather eat a chicken that tastes like chocolate.
Yeah, I would rather eat a
personally.
chicken that tastes like chocolate because I'd like my chocolate, and I'm not going to want to ruin it by having it as a piece of chicken.
I have enough chicken. I don't need to.
Yeah, I eat a lot of
chicken.
chicken. We had chicken last night. We're having chicken again today. Number 4, would you rather be poor but help people, or become incredibly rich by hurting people? Oh, the fact that you got to think about that one.
Well, I'm gonna pick number 1. We know that, but I'm just like
I don't know.
I'm just like trying to figure out an angle. Like, but if I hurt people in the right way to help other people, but no, I'd say 1.
I thought, oh my gosh, I failed as a mother. Your choices are: you'd rather be poor but help people, or become incredibly rich by hurting people.
But you could look at it this way: if you're hurting the right people,
Well, I just wouldn't hurt them a lot.
Oh, see, I married the wrong man.
but if you're hurting the right people to help the right people, you follow me?
I guess. But
Like if I'm like hurting a murderer, so I'm getting money so I can help somebody that's poorer. It's kind of like Robin Hood.
yeah, Robin Hood. I still would rather be poor.
If I couldn't do what I just said, then yes, poor.
Yeah. Number 5, always have an itch you can't reach, or always have a song stuck in your head that you can't remember the name of.
I'd rather have a song stuck in my head.
Yeah, I have songs stuck in my head all the time that I can't remember the name of them.
So do I. And then you'll get rid of them, and then 2 days later you'll be like,
Yeah.
oh, hey, that's the name of
Or
that song.
I hate when you wake up in the morning and the song is in your head and then you can't get rid of it. Or like you're
Yes.
going to bed and you're trying to fall asleep and then you have this.
You know what I had for the
Looping.
longest time was, that Limu Emu.
Oh yeah.
So I'd have that, but I wouldn't have just that. I would just have the and Doug. That was all I was just going around going and Doug.
No. Okay, these are either or. Where you're at the movies, would you rather have candy or popcorn?
Candy.
Popcorn. Always popcorn. It's better popcorn.
Because your fingers all greasy.
Popcorn's cheaper too, because I'm like, if you buy the candy, well, we always bring well, Jim does.
Yes,
Brings-
sandwich.
Well, you brought a sandwich. One time, we went to see Kon-Tiki was the movie, and we went with his mom and dad, and Jim wanted bologna sandwiches, and Jim's dad said, we are not bringing sandwiches to the show. And so when we got to the show, we bought the tickets, Jim's mother told Jim, I brought you some bologna sandwiches, they're in my purse. And so Jim's dad and I sat somewhere else while the other two went and sat and they ate their bologna sandwiches. And then some little kid in the movie says, Mom, I smell bologna sandwiches. And the mother said, they don't smell bologna sandwiches. But I would pick popcorn every time. Number 7, would you rather have a manicure or a makeover?
Oh, manicure.
Yeah, I bite my nails, and so I think I'd rather have the manicure. I'm not, like we discussed a couple weeks ago, you've never seen me with makeup on.
Oh, what was it? 2 years ago, I got a pedicure, and I think I've cut my toenails once since then. I was like, oh, this is the way to go.
Oh, no.
Yep.
I don't like feet. I don't want people touching my feet. I don't want to touch people's feet.
Oh, no, that is the most relaxing thing. They put your feet in the water, and you just sit there and let them soak, and then you just sit there. You don't have to do anything. Just sit back and let them go to town.
No. My luck, I probably would have an ingrown toenail every time, and they'd have to dig it out. It would hurt.
Oh, I've had that once or twice, and it doesn't hurt.
Oh,
If you get someone that knows what they're doing.
I guess. Number 8, would you rather be a passenger or a driver?
Driver. I'm like one of those hitting the brakes in the passenger seat guy. I gotta be in control.
See, Jim, it's not just me that does that. I would rather be a passenger. Today I had to drive somewhere.
Getting the brake that's not there.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Some of those drivers' training cars have those little brakes on the other side. That's the kind of car I want to get next time I drive with Christy or you.
With me?
Yeah, you scare me.
How do I scare
'Cause
you?
you're one of these people, I don't know how you don't go through your brakes every other month. It's like you speed, and then slam your brakes on. And
No,
slam
because
your brakes on.
I coast. I only hit my brakes if I'm gonna hit you. Then I hit my brakes. I coast and then gas.
Because
Coast
I'm
and
too
gas.
confident.
Yes.
No, but I'll always pick being a passenger. Every time. As a matter of fact, when we go to our trips from Toronto, my cousin rather, when she comes from Toronto and her husband Dale and my cousin Lynn, Dale, and Sarah, when we drive to Minnesota, we take turns driving, and the only one that doesn't have to take a turn driving is me. Nobody wants me to drive. Nobody even suggests it, and nobody even comes up with, how come Sandy never drives? It's just a given that Sandy's not going to drive. One time when we were in Minnesota, and we went out to dinner, and then we were all going to separate and go different places, but I wasn't feeling really well, and I wanted to go home, and Uncle Bob wanted to go home too.
Right.
And he was like, at the time, I think he was 82, and so my cousin Paul said, well, you can just take my car and Sandy can drive. And then everybody went, oh, let Sandy drive. Bob can drive.
Let Bob drive before
so,
you.
And so I'm thinking, okay, we're going to pick an 80-year-old man. At the time, I think I was like 65. So I was like, I got in the passenger seat and I'm thinking, oh, okay. And you could tell he hadn't driven in a while. I mean, he drove up all the time from Redwood Falls up to Duluth, which was a 2.5-hour drive. So it's not like he didn't know how to drive, but it was like those you should not know, you should not talk about. Sandy is not going to drive.
Yeah.
And I have a reputation, and I don't know why. Like even they always go, I see it. I make it everywhere, so I must be doing something right. Number 9, would you rather take a dancing class or a cooking class?
A dancing class.
I take a dancing
Or a
class.
what?
A cooking class. He doesn't want to do the questions, but he's very answering them.
Yeah, all the time.
Jim and I took a dancing class back in the 70s. We learned
I'd
disco.
rather take a cooking class.
We took a dancing class, and we took a square dancing class too with your mother. At campsites.
I was gonna say.
At the campsites, they taught you
campsite,
at the thing how to do a square dance. But I think
That
I'm a
was
pretty
my
good.
first date. Was the square dance.
There you go. With who? Oh, one of the kids at the
Yeah, one of the kids
campground.
at the campground where it was like, oh, you gotta go with her. And I was
Yeah.
like, what does she look like? Yeah, don't worry. And then I showed up, I was like, oh, how long do I have to do this?
I think I'm a pretty good cook. I don't need a cooking class. Because I'm actually mastered the biscuits. I've
Oh
mastered
no, yeah.
I've mastered the biscuits.
That bread, whatever that bread, not the biscuits, the bread.
Oh, the bread. I
Whatever
make a
that-
pretty bread. I
yeah,
make a
whatever
pretty good
that
bread.
bread you do.
It's just frozen bread. You let it rise in the oven.
It's like the greatest bread ever.
And the last question is, would you rather play Pictionary or Charades?
Those are games again. I'm not. If I had to pick, I'd say. Which one's Pictionary?
The one where you draw the pictures, and then you got to guess what you're drawing.
I would
Charades
say,
is when you got to act it out.
I would say Pictionary.
Yeah, Jimmy's a pretty good artist.
But I do have a funny story about the Pictionary.
Okay.
And I am going to throw her under the bus.
Okay.
So when me and Samantha first started dating, we played Pictionary. And we were obviously on the same team. So we had to draw something. And she's drawn, it was a bathtub, somewhat. It looked like a bowl.
Okay.
She cannot draw. And it looked like this duck was like bigger than the tub, so I thought, okay, maybe it's like a bird in a nest.
Yeah.
Because you're not guessing, you know.
Right.
So then she's like, no, it's a rubber ducky. I made it big enough so you could see. And I'm like, oh, okay, so this is where we're playing. Fine. So then she draws a gun, and she draws like a squiggly line going up. And I'm like, and I have no clue. I'm like guessing everything.
Smoking
like,
gun.
yeah, I'm guessing like smoking gun, pistol, like everything. And she like timed it up. And she's like, "You're an idiot. It's a laser beam." I'm like, how the hell am I supposed to? So I still have this laser beam in my truck. The visor, like, that is not a laser beam. So I drew a beam, and then a thing. I'm like, that's a laser beam.
Oh wow. Oh, and you got requests because last week your father did the tag with me because we got tagged for a Thanksgiving tag,
I did see that.
and so I forget who it was. I'll write it right here. Had requested that she wanted to hear your Jimmy Stewart impersonation.
Well, which one? Wow. Oh. I gotta know
Which one is it that Jimmy does that you like, Joe?
which one is it?
Oh, I did the one where he's yelling out of the plane.
Well, anybody could do the window.
Anyone that you think is good.
I can't think of. Now I gotta see. You put me on the spot, so I gotta think.
But while you're thinking, they also want to hear your Sean Connery one too.
I'll take shorts for 500. I can't think of anything. The next one, I'll think of something he says and do it. On
Tune
that
in next week for the
Next
Jimmy
week?
Stewart. Yeah. So does Sean want to say goodbye? Like surprise?
Oh yes. Wait, what was it?
Like-
See, I always
like,
could
comment,
always
subscribe.
like, subscribe,
Comment and share.
comment, and share.
All right. Oh, and then once again, we're tagging
Kim from A Girl with the Phone.
and Sue Slims Down and Frekifitwolf. And Valerie Reese, because Valerie, you know I'm never going to remember you at the beginning. I'm always going to remember you at the end. But anyway, so thanks for watching.
Yep. Bye.